I have not done one of these videos in a while. I'm excited to do another one though. I've been really busy and I just haven't been able to do this lately. So here we go. I wanted to talk about things that have happened since I've been absent from making videos. So for example, some of Joe Biden's policies. I haven't made a video since Joe Biden has been president, which is insane. Um, I want to talk about some of Joe Biden's policies. I want to talk about Rush Limbaugh and his death and the left's reaction to that. And I want to talk about Texas for a little bit. So let's first get into Mr. Biden's policies. Um, which one affects me the most? Probably the minimum wage. Let's get into the minimum wage. Um, so he has two economic policies that already affect me. Probably more coming up, but as I get older, the minimum wage is going to affect me the most because I'm a young worker, right? Um, it yeah, it's going to affect me in a lot of ways. If I want to find a new job, it's gonna be a lot harder because I have to earn $15 now. Like I have to produce $15 now, which I'm a fine worker, right? But I shouldn't have to do that. Like I should be able to enter the workforce, get experience for very little money, and that should be it. I even I'm gonna be the one receiving the measly pay, and like I want to do that. Like I want to enter the workforce for cheap so I can gain the experience. It's not just experience like with skills. It's experience with waking up on time, getting to work on time, like being a responsible person. Like that's the skills we need. And um it's simply not worth $15 an hour to an employer to um to teach that to a young kid. Um it honestly might be more profitable for them to invest into machinery to replace humans down the road. If he makes the calculation, okay, in 10 years from now, it'll be better to buy this one-time machine for X amount of money than it would be to pay 10 workers to do my thing. Like that's terrible. You shouldn't be cheering for that. Also, if the minimum wage will lift so many people out of poverty, why not just put it at 100? I mean, if the higher you go, the more people come out of poverty. Just put it at 100. Why not? Corporations could pay for it, can't they? It's pretty much the same thing. If it comes down to small businesses, a lot of small businesses can't pay $15 an hour. A lot of small business wouldn't be able to pay $100 an hour, but a corporation can probably pay both of them. So why not just put it at $100 an hour? Right? Why not? Why not? Like, I mean, you clearly don't care about small business. And then getting the Keystone Pipeline. Um, gas prices have rose so much in my areas surrounding, areas down south of me, and they just shouldn't be. It's common sense not to end those in this Keystone Pipeline. It's gonna destroy a lot of great paying jobs for Americans that maintain the Keystone Pipeline. It's gonna raise prices for the Midwest, especially, and it's just overall a terrible policy. It's Keystone Pipeline works. Like, sure, it's had a couple spills, but I would much rather it travel through a a pipe that sure it's had a couple spills, but it seemed relatively safe than a truck driving down a highway with a bunch of oil in it. Like that seems a lot more safe to me than to have it travel through a pipe than a truck with like a bunch of surrounding cars on a highway. Like I don't know. So that's what I feel about the Keystone Pipeline. And then you got the rejoining the Paris Climate Accord. Trump already proved that with deregulation, um, and pulling out of these stupid accords that countries come up with that you can reduce carbon emissions. The U.S. has reduced carbon emissions with the deregulation. Of I guess he's rolled back a lot of environmental regulation as I've read, and once again he pulled out of the Paris Climate Accord. It's just simply not a great accord. It's simply not a great alliance because we have reduced carbon emissions and we're not in it. So that's terrible. Federal mask mandate I don't think is very good. I think you should leave it up to the states, and I don't support states that do it. Thank you, freaking Michigan. And so yeah, I don't like that. Man, there's so many things I can get into. Um, a lot of regulation like in the economy is probably going to be coming up. So the economic bounce back is going to be very slow, just like Obama's was. Um, what else? God, I know there's some other things he's trying to push, but I don't know. So let's get into Texas or Rush Limbaugh. Which one? Texas. Let's get into Texas. So I just want to say my heart goes out to everyone involved with this Texas blackout, everyone that has been affected by this Texas blackout. It's an unfortunate thing, and I hate how people are making it into a policy debate. Sure, after the suffering is over, maybe we can turn it into a policy debate. But while people are suffering, we need to raise as much money as we can to help these people. Which I think AOC has done a great job of this. I can, not gonna say hate, but I cannot stand AOC. Right? She's done a great job with raising money for Texas. Once again, proving that private charity's better. But that's none of my business. Um, but once again, she's done a great job with raising this money for Texas. Props, props to her. But it shouldn't be a policy debate right now. But if you want to turn it into a policy debate, sure. Both resolutions have not worked. A lot of pipes, which is natural gas, oil, whatever, have froze, which resulted in a lot of heat not being transmission trans. Golly, I can't think of the word. Going to the houses is what I'm trying to say. Um, a lot of I've seen pictures of the windmills being frozen. They can't spin because they're frozen and the wind won't take them. I've seen piles of snow being on solar panels. I'm not sure if that affects the solar panels at all, but I don't think that really helps it much. So both both resolutions, both ways of going about energy have really not worked. It's both resulted in this. So I'm not sure what the debate is about. You could say per use, one has done more or whatever. I'm not sure. I'm not really in tune with the Texas debate right now because I just want to see people not suffering in America right now. So that's my main concern. It's not an energy debate, and I'm not sure why people are turning this into a debate when people are dying and suffering. But whatever, you guys can do whatever you want. I don't care. And then let's get into Texas, or sorry, Ted Cruz, which I guess is like correlated, but I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, Socialist, Communist, whatever. If your state is in crisis, you do not leave. You do not leave that state if it's in crisis and you're responsible for the people there. I don't care what the circumstances are, especially if it's as simple as taking your daughter to Cancun. Like, why is that more important than taking care of the people of Texas? Have your wife take them to Cancun. Have a family member take them to Cancun. But the one person in the family that's a senator, the one person in the family that's been elected to public office and who is responsible for the people of Texas goes to Cancun? Why? Why? Like, and Ted Cruz is one of my favorite too. He was my guy. Like I like Ted Cruz in 2016 kind of. Like, and then he just turns around and does this? You're going to leave Texas in the middle of this? Like, it would be the same. New York and 9/11. I don't think their mayor left. And if he did, I would be all over him about that. Hawaii, what state or what city was that in? When it came to Pearl Harbor, I don't think that mayor left. Like, golly, if you're responsible for a section of people, you do whatever you can to take care of them, not go out of the country. Like, golly, these politicians suck. This is this is one more example of them clearly not having our back. Going to Mexico? You're gonna go to Mexico. Okay. Okay, Ted Cruz. Now let's get into Rush Limbaugh. Um, First I just want to say rest in peace, not piss, leftist. Rest in peace, Rush Limbaugh. I spent a lot of my early childhood listening to you. You were a great figure. I can't say you formed some of my opinions because, quite frankly, I was way too young to understand what you were saying. I was just kind of a big fan of your voice for some reason. I'm not sure why. But I want to more get into how the left has handled this, and I can't say I'm surprised. I can't say I'm surprised at all. I knew these people had no heart, right? I mean, if you support freaking communism, you can pretty much chalk that up to having like not having a heart. Because boy, anyway, but I knew these people didn't really have a heart. Like I knew as soon as I saw the headline that Rush Limbaugh 70 has passed away of lung cancer. I knew the reaction, and that's sad when someone passes away and you know that a group of people are going to make fun of that, are going to mock that. That is a sad day in America. That is a terrible day in America. Just because he doesn't align with your political views, hell, a lot of people don't align with your political views. They're freaking terrible. Like that this shouldn't be new to you. I don't know. I'm not surprised at all. And then when he said, "Oh, well, how are you gonna be pro-life and then die?" Like, oh yeah, as if no one ever that's been pro-life has never died before. Like, and then we could have so easily made fun of RBG's death. We could have so easily, or we could so easily make fun of Biden's death when he dies, make fun of Bernie's death when he dies. But I'm not going to. I hope a lot of righties aren't going to either, because that's just not who we are. We don't sink to the level of the left because these people are insane. So to me, it's a sad and scary day in America when the top headline is, "Oh, rest in peace because I don't agree with your political views," or "How are you gonna be pro-life and then die? Yeah, I'm gonna make fun of it because I don't care for your political views." Like, golly, bro. Like, have some heart, have some dignity, have some decency. Like, it seems like they're like subhuman. Like they don't care about other human lives. I mean, once again, you can draw that inference just up based off their ideology alone. Like if you're communist, you clearly don't care about lives because the history of communism, golly. But I once again, I'm not surprised at all. I knew as soon as I saw the headline, unfortunately, that they're going to mock him, make fun of him, mock his family, make fun of his family, whatever. But you know what? You can do that. You guys look terrible anyway, so have fun with that. Anyway, I hope you guys had a great day. I hope you guys day. I don't know, days, months. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys sometime soon. Peace.